Hey everybody, moletrap here. I just have some announcements and some news as well to update you guys on. First of all, MSL Finals. There will not be a NorCal, Northern California party. I was trying to organize one with this guy from UC Davis who actually I met because he was he interviewed me because he was doing his senior thesis on English commentators. We were trying to put something together, but I have just been too busy lately to really get a lot of the details sorted, and it took a while to find a place that might be willing and all this stuff, and so eventually, it was like 6 days until the finals, and we finally might have figured something out, but we still had to do some testing, and so I said, you know what, I don't think we're going to be able to pull it together. Um, so sorry about that, but we did make a very valiant effort at putting something together for a NorCal party, but it just didn't coalesce in time. And like I said, I've just been too busy lately to really to deal with it and get those details situated. So I'm sorry about that. Anyway, but the MSL finals are coming up tomorrow at the time of this recording, and almost 24 hours actually after right now. Um, Jadong versus Flash gonna be epic. Very, very epic. If you missed Jadong versus Effort finals for the OSL, those are on the Violattack account. If somehow you were subscribed to me but not Violattack, then go check that out. Did a dual commentary with Diggity. Um, anyway, just another thing I was going to mention is I'm still. So, by the way, the beta is ending in a few days. Well, it's temporarily ending. They're going to stop the beta at May 31st, and then they're going to cut it off until they said a couple weeks before the game releases. And the game is going to be released, if you haven't heard, July 27th. Mark your calendars, July 27th. And so a couple weeks before that, so early mid-July, they're going to reopen the beta back up again, just do some last-minute testing, that kind of thing. So before then, I'm hoping I can get a hold of a computer so that when StarCraft 2 releases, I can start doing some StarCraft 2 commentaries. I didn't get a ton of responses. Thank you very much, very, very, very much for those of you that did offer to give me some extra equipment, but I didn't get enough people offering equipment that would work well enough to put together a StarCraft 2 computer. So that's kind of out. So I'm gonna try to maybe put one together, or there's a guy that builds custom computers that might build one for me. Although I've got to get a hold of him again. Sorry about that, man. I'll get back to you in a minute. Although I might try and bum like a couple components off of people. I might be able to get a video card off someone. Um, anyway, so what I think I'm going to do is see what I can get together, and then uh, see what I need to play StarCraft 2 and stream it, and then I really don't want to, but I may have to ask for donations if I'm gonna be able to buy that. Otherwise, I'll just keep doing Brood War, I guess. But I'll basically just leave that up to you guys. And I already have gotten some people that did give me some money towards getting a StarCraft 2 computer, and I'm definitely taking that into account. I'm making a point not to use that for anything else. That is StarCraft 2 computer money. So if it gets up that far that I have, because it's basically going to be $500 to get a computer that will run it nicely and be able to have the capabilities of streaming it. So if I get up to that, then I'll go ahead and buy it. But in the meantime, uh, still, I just got a third of my hours cut in July, so because of a scheduling error. So I'm not in a position where I can splurge on anything right now. Anyway, so moving on though, I do also have some news to bring up. Several people have been asking me about what I think about the scandal going on, the match fixing scandal, and a lot of you guys might not have heard of this as well, so it's kind of a news report kind of thing too. Yes, there's been a match fixing scandal that has just recently bubbled over in Korea recently. Several professional gamers, several pro gamers were caught um, fixing games, throwing games for money, basically. Taking a dive and losing games on purpose because they were paid off. And so, someone is running a betting ring, and if there's going to make a lot of money if someone important loses, then they can pay that person to lose. And yeah, that's the idea behind it. And not there are very, very few pro gamers comparatively we're doing this, but the names might shock you a little bit. First and foremost, Savior. Savior, and not only was Savior taking money to lose for a long time now, but he was actually even organizing other gamers to take money to lose, and kind of a ringleader sort of thing, and made thousands of dollars off of this over the last year or two or something like that. And not many of the details are known yet, so this is just kind of most of the details, yeah, like I said, are not known, but several of the gamers have apologized formally, and so they confirmed that they've done this. Among the other players are Huashin. Didn't expect that. He seems like a very manner guy. I did not expect him to be involved at all. And Diggity was very upset about that. He's a fan of Huashin. Yellow Arnak and Luxury, and to be completely honest, I'm not terribly surprised that they're involved because I've always said Luxury was inconsistent and Yellow was inconsistent, and they'd be good one day and bad the next. And I wonder if this is part of why, you know. Um, let's see, who else? Oh, breaks my heart. Totally broke my heart when I found out that Up Magic. Yes, Up Magic. Oh my god, I can't believe Up Magic was involved, but he was. Up Magic was rigging games. Also, GoGo and Type B, who, I, I always knew I had a reason to hate GoGo. I don't know why I always hated him, but I did. And except on the recent episode of Old Boy, the kind of reality TV show where Null is trying to get back into pro gaming. He had Gogo come and train with him, and Gogo was kind of a jerk. So, oh well. Anyway, and it's kind of an ironic episode because during the episode he's talking about, oh, I lost you on purpose because I didn't want to make you look bad and stuff like that. And it's like, well, you kind of do have a habit of losing on purpose, don't you? It was filmed before the scandal broke. Anyways, Type B, just kind of a mid-level guy, never made it too high, so it's interesting that he was throwing games. A lot of the other guys, at least Yellow and Luxury and Up Magic and Huashin, they were really. Well, Type B was pretty good. Type B and GoGo were good Pro League players too. Anyway, and then not 100% confirmed, but like 99.5% confirmed are Dark Elf and Justin. Um, Dark Elf, I don't that I know of, hasn't like come out and said anything yet, but they're talking about how one of the gamers has the same last name as Dark Elf. They released the last names, but not the first names. And one of them has the same last name as Dark Elf, and they said something about one of the gamers being in the military, or him being in the military. So that's that. And then Justin is is they like I said, they released the last names, and so, or the surnames I should say, and there's no other Mr. Juan in gaming, in pro gaming. So anyway, props, by the way, to Konadora for his dedication to the community in general, but also for keeping the thread updated about the different advancements. So there's some news for you, and I don't have a ton of time in this one video. I'm going to try and keep it short to really go into my thoughts on that, but I don't think it's going to affect things too much. Apparently there's some worries in, I'll put a bunch of links in the description if I can remember to. There's some worries, like the OGN commentators had a thing where they talked about their views on it, and that was actually something really good to watch. That's going to be better than my 1 minute here. But one of the things they were talking about is the sponsors, and it's always been hard to get sponsors for esports. And now that the reputation of esports has been tarnished, sponsors could start dropping. So it's going to be really interesting to see if sponsors pick up the leagues next season because, excuse me, because they might not, and then we'd all be screwed. There wouldn't be no Brood War. Anyway, speaking of which, as well, someone also wanted me to mention this. And this is kind of an interesting thing as well. There's been some issues between Blizzard and KeSPA lately. They've been arguing apparently for years, and the other day, Blizzard was like, and I'm paraphrasing here, obviously. Blizzard was like, all right, KeSPA, you're just being beesies. You're not cooperating. We're just going to peace out. We're not going to negotiate with you anymore. And KeSPA came out and said, well, you're the ones that are negotiating. Your mom. And anyway, so Blizzard just signed an exclusive contract deal or something or other with GOM TV for StarCraft 2 broadcast rights. So the way I understand it, what that technically means is that no one in Korea will be allowed to broadcast StarCraft 2 games except for GOM TV. So that's very interesting. We might see the return of GOM TV's tournaments. We might see basically the other networks stay with Brood War while GOM TV does StarCraft 2. Not sure how that's going to go, to be completely honest. It could go a number of different ways. KeSPA's been known to ignore Blizzard before, but if they do start trying to do StarCraft 2 content, KeSPA, then Blizzard might get on them even harder. So I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know how it's going to work, but it's very interesting. And so we're definitely going to see some changes in the StarCraft world coming up this summer. So anyway, so there's some announcements and some news for you guys, and hopefully I'm going to try and do some commentaries here pretty soon. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. I actually have a little bit busy weekend this weekend as well, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to do the MSL finals, but I'll try and do some games soon. And either way, the following week I'll get back on it and start doing some prelims and stuff. All right, take care. Bye bye.